Yo, what's going on, YouTubers? Plumpy Man here, just doing another little video like I usually do, and yeah, this is a pretty good score that I made today. Sorry if there's a little extra noise. I hope there's not, but it's super freaking hot here, and I do have my air conditioner on, so sorry about that. But I want to talk about a place called oldcolemanparts.com, and as you guys know, and you can see in the background there, I collect a lot of Coleman Lanters, stuff like that. And I fix them up, clean them, and I just love working on them. When I was a kid, I used to collect lanterns all the time. My grandfather would take me coon hunting and stuff like that here in Indiana, southern Indiana, and we'd go catfishing and stuff, me and my dad and my brothers, or my brother, sorry, and we'd use lanterns all the time growing up. And when I got probably around the age of 7 or 8, I got really interested in them, like super interested in them. And when I'd go to yard sales and garage sales and stuff like that with my mom, she'd pick them up for me. Like I'd find them for $1 or $2 or maybe less than $5, because we didn't have very much money when I was a kid. Like, we were pretty darn poor, I'll admit that, but we're a lot better off than we was then. But anyway, she'd pick them up for me, and I loved them. And sometimes they would work, sometimes they wouldn't, and I would just collect them. And I got up to roughly around 100 lanterns when I got into my teenage years, around 15, somewhere around in there, and someone decided they wanted them more than I needed them. So I ended up losing 90% of all my lanterns that I did have collect, and it made me mad. I was just getting into learning how to do them. There was a guy in my local town at a company called JL Waters, and it's like a sporting goods shop, and he worked on them, and I would take him in there and he'd fix them, and he told me that if I wanted to know, that he would help me and give me information and stuff, and I thought that was cool. But right around in that time is when someone took all my lanterns, and I lost almost, like I said, 90% of them. So I stopped getting them. It discouraged me, and anyway, years later, I started collecting again. And if you guys got lanterns or stoves or anything to do with Coleman, or not even just Coleman, different types of gas, kerosene and white fuel lanterns and stoves and stuff like that, this site is freaking amazing. They got so much stuff that you would never think you would be able to find for old lanterns, new lanterns, whatever, old stoves, new stoves, and they got a pretty cool forum that you can join too if you're into something like that, which I am, and I think it's pretty cool. But like I said, I need all this stuff because I buy these at flea markets, yard sales. I trade and stuff and get them, and sometimes they don't work and I need parts. You can't just go to a store and buy parts. Coleman doesn't have nearly, I don't think Coleman even makes any of the parts anymore. I know they stopped making the generators and stuff like that for the lanterns and stoves, and Old Coleman Parts has all this. So if you guys need any parts or need anything like that, you should definitely go check them out. I just placed an order. I'll show you. Most of my lanterns that I collect are stuff like this, like a 200A. This is a kind of rare one. This is a burgundy. Coleman only produced these for less than 1 year. October of 1961 to, I think, April of 1962 is the only time they ever made these. And anyway, I got lanterns all over this place, and I need parts for them. I need globes. And you just can't go to the store and get that. Old Coleman Parts has all this. I'll show you some of the stuff that I just ordered. I placed a big order through them. I order through them occasionally, not all the time, but I have ordered quite a bit of stuff over the years and stuff. And they're super freaking cool to talk to and deal with. If you have any questions, you can call them directly or email them. But I had some lanterns that I picked up, and I needed globes, and I picked up 4 of them actually, and these are 2 of them. I'll go ahead and show them off. Matter of fact, I've collected Coleman lanterns for quite a few years, off and on basically. And you can see this, it says made in Germany. I've never seen these ever in my life. And he had some in stock, and I wanted them. I needed globes for my lanterns anyway, and I figured these would, honestly, I just thought they'd be a little bit better than the ones that were like made from China. And they were like a couple dollars more expensive, but I honestly figured they'd be a little bit more sturdy and just better made, just be honest. So I went ahead and picked up 4 of those. I needed some parts again for my 200 days. I'll go ahead and show you these. And like I said, you cannot just go pick this stuff up anywhere. This is your tip cleaner packing. This is the whole unit. If you know anything about 200 days, it's really hard to replace the packing on one of these. I mean, it's super hard if you can even get it done. This is just a whole new system. They run about $12 or $13, but you can't order them. There's no place online that you can just go get them except Old Coleman Parts. And when these go bad, they don't go bad all the time, but when they do, there's nothing you can do except you have to replace it. So they have all kinds of stuff. I picked up a couple of these just to keep them as spares. I've actually used one before on another lantern and fixed it. One that I couldn't get it to work, and I finally figured out that's what it was. There was fuel leaking out of the tip cleaner valve, like that stem or whatever, and I fixed it with one of those. Super cool. Like your fuel caps on your lanterns, that's one thing that goes bad. The fuel cap here on the fount, those seals in there go bad all the time. Like, unless you have a newer lantern, it won't. But after a lantern sets for years and years, that rubber breaks down. You can get replacement seals for them. Super easy to replace. So you take a cap that was pretty much useless, replace the seal, and it's like having a brand new cap. And if you just want to replace the seal, you can buy these for $1 a piece or something. But if you want to have to buy a whole new cap, a whole new fuel cap probably costs you around, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks on their website, and a lot higher if you go on eBay, guaranteed. Some more things that I picked up, just little parts. Go ahead and show some of the stuff that I got. Pump caps. This holds your pump cap onto your lantern. All Coleman lanterns have these. What it does is it just basically pinches it in there and it holds this in place so you can pump and this doesn't come out. And you can, like I said, you can't go to a store and buy any of this. You either have to look it up online at like eBay and pay outrageous prices, or you can just buy them off of Old Coleman Parts. I picked up some of those because I have a few lanterns that need them. The burners inside where your mantle comes down, well, inside that burner tube is a little screen, and if the screen's not there, the lantern won't work right. It'll work, but when you go to shut it off, it'll poof poof and like shoot flames and stuff, and it'll blow out your mantles, and you don't want that. They have replacement one of those. I picked up 2 or 3 of those for a couple of lanterns that I have. And the main body of the burner frame of the lantern, this right here, this sits on top of this collar, and there's some washers. There's 2 main studs that stick up, and there's 2 washers that sit there on top of it, so this sets flat. And I couldn't tell you countless times that I bought a 200A or a 242 or lantern like that, and those were missing, because they're pretty easy. If you work on one, you're gonna lose them, I guarantee you. And they have replacement parts of those. I bought 2 sets of those just for just to have a spare and fix one that I had here. And inside your tip cleaner that I just mentioned, the tip cleaner piece that I showed you, there's an eccentric block. It's a piece of metal that lifts your generator up and down, which cleans your generator. And to find one of those, like I said, you'd have to look on eBay or know somebody that has one and pay crazy prices, but they have some of those. I picked up a couple eccentric blocks just to have. I need one, and I just keep another one around for a spare. But they have generators, anything you can think of, well, almost anything you can think of. And if you're in the real deep, like collecting, like some people are, they have globes and vents and stuff, like stuff that you won't find anywhere. They have globes that you just, I mean, you probably could find it on eBay, but it would be crazy expensive. And I know for a fact it'd be cheaper on Old Coleman Parts. But anyway, they sent some of that out, or I ordered some of that. A couple other things. Let's see here what I got. That's not even part of it, but just different parts to rebuild stuff, like any type of part or piece that you would need and don't think you could find to fix your lantern or stove to get it going. They'll probably have it, and if they don't, they may know where to get it. So I've been talking to them. Like I said, I've been dealing with them for years. Really like the guys there, and they've helped me out many times. So just doing this little video, do a shout out for them and say thanks to Old Coleman Parts for helping all us lantern collectors keep our collection up and going and keep on collecting pretty much. Like I said, there's not any place out there besides them that I know of or I'm aware of, unless you just know people that already has them or something, but that's few and far between. And the people that do have them, they don't want to get rid of it because it's for their collection, and they have parts because they keep collecting just like I do. I'd venture to say I have probably, I don't know, I have quite a few 200As. That's main of my collection. I have a lot of them that are pretty nice, and some are pretty rare. Like I said, they only made these for less than 1 year, and I actually have a couple of them, believe it or not, but just got lucky. But I want to say thank you to Old Coleman Parts for helping everybody out for when they need parts for their lanterns and stoves, stuff like that, or even helping me out. I do appreciate it, and I thank you guys very much. If you guys get a chance, if you need anything like that, just reach out to them or check out I'll leave a link to Old Coleman Parts down in the description of this video. And if you do buy something, do me a favor and just go down there and say, hey, like when you check out, they have a little notes. If you want to write them something, just say Plumpy, he sent me. You don't have to, but if you want to, that'd be cool. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, guys. Just want to do a shout out to them and just say thanks, because like I said, there's no place out there like them. So if you need parts for lantern, stoves, any old stuff like that that runs off of kerosene fuel or white gas, anything like that, that's where I would go, because that's where I do go. So anyway, that's it, and let me know what you guys think. Thanks.